Hello, pipe smokers. Tonight I'm smoking my Dublin from Boswell's, and I'm smoking an entire pound of McClelland's Virginia Flake and Perique. A whole pound. This is the first time I've ordered a pound. I love the idea of buying bulk. This just feels just freaking fantastic. And I'm going to keep doing it. I want to smoke the whole thing tonight if I can. So tonight I'm going to talk about how pipe smoking can really teach you patience. More specifically, how it's taught me patience. And it's really taught me to be patient in three ways. And I've learned a lot over the last 2 years of smoking a pipe. And I think the first way that it taught me patience is that it's okay to fail. So what do I mean by failure? Um, Pipe smoking has a steep learning curve. I think anyone who's watching this probably knows that. But it's important to keep in mind that smoking a pipe, it's not like a basketball game. It's not about who wins after two halves. It's not like baseball or 9 innings or football. There's no win-loss record in smoking a pipe. It's not about your track record. It's really about the exploration and the perseverance of just trying to tackle that learning curve. And you're going to fail. You're going to fail so many times. Just messing a bowl up, burning it too hot, getting tongue bite, packing it wrong, not knowing what to do with flakes. And after every frustration, within a few bowls, you'll have a little reward. And I think that's the great thing about smoking a pipe is that the rewards are not necessarily at the end of the learning curve. I think they're all the way up the learning curve. Every couple bowls, you're getting a little bit better. You're learning a little bit. And knowledge is power, and knowledge is, forget about power, knowledge just feels good. And the better you get at something, the better it feels. And the experience that you get is just, it's an intangible quality. It's kind of hard to quantify in other terms. But it's really taught me patience in the sense that it's okay to fail. The second way that it's taught me patience is that it's okay to be different as well. So what do I mean by different? Well, pipe smokers are the minority, that is for sure. There's only, I think I read a statistic somewhere online, maybe 2% of America smokes pipes. Obviously, those are mostly men. And I think a majority of them probably smoke only at home. I think a lot of guys are probably a little self-conscious about smoking a pipe in public, which is a shame because I try to do that as often as I can. And I think when you smoke a pipe for the first time in public and trying to keep doing it, I think that teaches you something as well. That something you enjoy at home should be as rewarding outside the home as it is inside the home. And I made another video about that first time or those first couple times when I actually took this out in public, and I was really nervous that I only got positive comments. I only got interesting questions like, what kind of pipe is that, or what kind of tobacco is that, or that really smells amazing. What kind of tobacco are you smoking? I also got questions about or statements about how people remember their grandfather when they smelled this pipe, and it was just overwhelmingly positive. And so what I realized then is not only is it okay to be different, but if you risk being different a little bit, you might meet some interesting people. You might have conversations you otherwise wouldn't have, and you might become more comfortable with yourself in ways that you never thought you might be. And so now I have no hesitation about smoking in public, and I kind of wish a lot of other pipe smokers did too, because it's not something I see. When I'm in a medium-sized city of 300,000 to 400,000, and I'm the only person out there that I see smoking a pipe outdoors, I think that tells me something. But when I go to a cigar shop and I see a lot of pipe smokers, that tells me something too, that we do kind of either consciously or subconsciously kind of keep it private. And I think it's a shame, because I think it's something that would be more than accepted in a public space. And I think the third way that it's taught me patience is that happiness is really about the exploration. And so let me tell you a story about this. So I recently come across a pipe smoker that I met a year ago here in my city. Met him at a cigar shop. Played chess with him a few times. I'm kind of a chess player. Had a great talk. He's much older than I am, and ran into him at a mall just the other week, and said, "Dave, good to see you again. Are you still smoking a pipe? What's going on with you?" Just to catch up a little bit. And his response was very, very interesting. He said, after we did the small talk, he said, Dave, I still smoke my pipe, but I still haven't found that great tobacco that I've been looking for. And I thought that was a very interesting comment because it let me know that my journey in pipe smoking wasn't about trying to find the perfect tobacco. It was really about the exploration, and that the fact that you're never going to know when that perfect bowl is going to hit. You really don't. You can smoke the same tobacco week in, week out, and depending on what you ate, the pipe you smoked it in, the weather, etc., you have no idea what's going to happen. It's like sifting for gold. You just never know what's going to be there. Now, if you're smoking drugstore blends, you're pretty sure there's never going to be gold there. But at the same time, it is just such an open-ended question about what that bowl is going to have for you in that moment. And I think that's part of the excitement, but at the same time, a relaxation when you sit down to smoke a pipe. Number one, it can never go wrong once you've got into it for a while. And number two, you never know how good it's going to get. And if you can get to that level, I'm not quite there yet, but if you can get to that level, I think that's what makes pipe smoking really, really enjoyable. So those are the three ways that I think pipe smoking has taught me patience. I'd love to hear your comments. Please put your comments down below. Like this video if you like it, and I'll talk to you next time.